pretty good. There she is, a quarter life crisis. I'm under. Woo. Look, I'm in between. Ooh, that's bright. That's the sun. All right. See, it's not even hooked up to the steering anymore. It's that hard to turn. Oh. Oh. Oh, that is a stiff girl. Yeah, so that's the problem. December 16th, Saturday, first weekend I have back, and I can do whatever the heck I want. So, we're going to the Sea Ray, hasn't sold yet, and I'm removing the entire, listen to that. Ooh. Sorry, I got a little distracted by the turbo. I'm removing the entire Teleflex steering cable out of my Sea Ray because it's completely seized. I've been using it all summer, but it's time to go. Whoever buys it isn't gonna want it the way that it is. We're gonna pull it out of the boat, get a new one measured up and ordered, and throw it back in the boat. You know, no point going to a different steering system. It's a standard Teleflex rack and pinion steering. Moves a cable, pushes a ram in the back of the boat that is pressurized by the power steering pumps. Easy system. But anyway, my name is Ben. This is Boat Restoration by Ben, formerly known as Making Motor Moves. We're doing a little rebrand. You know, I started the channel with George and Phil, but it's easy for me to make this justification because I'm out here on my own now. It really is just me putting content out. I could be better about it, but ultimately when I get people that go and follow the page or search for the content that I'm pushing out, boat restoration primarily, I want it to be easy to find. So, Boat Restoration by Ben, BRB, easy to recognize. I'll probably do a couple little graphic brand updates, but anyway, welcome to the channel, guys. If this is your first time tuning in, like or subscribe if you appreciate the content. We got a lot of good videos out there. Go back and check them out, see how we've progressed as a channel over the last few years. Appreciate the love. Anyway, I'll stop blabbering. I'll get to the boat. Love you guys. We're back to the old girl, and the tide is low. Check that out. Water's clear enough. You can actually see stern drives down there. They look a little slimy. That's just sitting from sediment. They'll be fine. The steering cable actually, it runs along this side of the boat. So let me get everything uncovered and inside there, and then I'll show you. And for those of you who are not familiar, this is my 1992 Sea Ray 380 Sunsport. Had it for about 3 years, and it's time to go because I want a sport fish. Somebody buy this, please. I'm in the boat. I run a dehumidifier year-round. Pull all the moisture out. It's doing its job. I literally just run it off my outlet back there, right into the sink. Drains right out the side. Everything is winterized. See, winterized, winterized. And didn't show you. Hey there. What's up? Hey. So you see the little action going on there? It's because we had a leak. Pulled that guy out, fixed the leak. It's gone. Same up there. You see the little action in the corner? I had to pull that whole rub rail section off and reseal my deck to hull seam. Some of the fasteners is backed out, and some of the old rubberized gasket material had basically degraded. So I cleaned that up, fixed it, no more leak. That side's always been good. This side's been good. Not bad. So here she sits in the middle of winter. All this upholstery's pulled out, stored nice and safely down below. My helm buttoned up. I still need to figure out what I want to do here to secure that down, but all that's in. Dash panel is screwed back on all summer. That was loose. Got my side panels in. There's a little vacuuming I need to do. Look at that. Disgusting. My boat hasn't been this dirty all summer. But that's what happens when I was getting those side panels on. Same with over here. Pretty nice. Haven't put the speakers back in because the old ones are junk. I'm just going to put new ones in. But not bad. You know? Take it. Got a little door on there. Check that bad boy out. Yep. Pretty sweet. Not bad. I need to open up my engine hatch to access the back of the steering Teleflex cable. And then I'll get down in my hatch down here. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. That's not gonna stay there. Getting down into my bilge, which by the way, I fixed my air conditioning, so that works now. Look at it. It's dry. Totally dry. Down here. Who'd have thought? Not me. Get a light for you guys, but that cable runs all the way along there in that bundle. And I'm gonna have to pull it out. But first unbolt it up at the helm. I gotta unbolt it at the steering column up there. And then run it all the way back. This could be quick. It could be a lot of cuss words. We'll see. You know, some of the most important tools. Safety glasses, some array of gloves, and a speaker. Because when you're just doing this all day talking to yourself, it gets a little lonely. Okay, I got the engine hatch open. I will show you, without eating it, where this steering cable runs. So, I'm on the starboard side of the boat, and here she is. This big old honker, big cable. A lot of zip ties attached to it. That's a bummer. I have to cut all those zip ties and redo those, supporting the, looks like the trim sender, trim tab indicator wires. Anyway, I think those are junk, no matter what. But I gotta pull all this off, and then it unbolts from the power and steering pump cylinder, which is this guy. See, my cables go into it, or hoses, pressurize it, and there's a ram. That's what moves both the drives back and forth. Pull this out. It's just a big rod. It comes out, and I think I'm gonna have to pull it up and out of the engine hatch. So I'm gonna be pulling this way with the whole cable to get it up and out. It's gonna be really stiff. Also, everyone, please admire how clean and nice it is down here. Ignore those. Ignore those. You didn't see that. Yeah, I mean, come on. Somebody's gotta want this bad girl. She's great. I love her. Solid. She's got her little engine room heater down there, keeping the engines from freezing. 33 years old. 32, 31 years old, something like that. She's built in 91, but she's a 92. So, 32 years old, almost 33. She looks pretty dang good. All I have is a crescent wrench on that nut there, and then this will actually move the entire bar. I've got you can do a pair of pliers, but I just have a pair of channel locks. The shaft is notched right down there. I can hold on to it while I loosen this nut up. Don't forget to pull your pin. Right here. Pull that pin. There's a little cotter pin at the bottom. Pull the cotter and then pull that pin out. And that'll let the shaft slide right out. Alright, easy. See? That slides out. My pin down there slides out. There she is. Cotter pin. Now I've got to cut all these zip ties, which I won't bore you with, but I'm going to cut all these zip ties to get it loose and then unbolt it at the helm. But essentially what I was explaining is that ram pushes this here, and then power steering cylinder moves my drives. So there's one of the drive tillers and then the connecting bar, and the other drive tiller is over there. Because right now when I turn the steering wheel, I've got to put like 10 or 15 pounds of pressure just to move it. All right, I want you guys to listen. Oh. Oh. Oh, that is a stiff girl. Oh, yeah, so that's the problem. I missed one. Yeah, so this is all rusted and corroded inside. Stiff. Into the dungeon. Oof. Oh look, little crystals left over from the bleach. Looks like a couple zip ties. Couple zip ties I gotta cut. It's gonna be a tight spot. That was tight. I got him though. Very grateful for long arms. Okay. Piers, it's just laying down here. Right here. Oh, come here. Alright. So I'm loose. Now it goes up to the helm. So it doesn't look like it's connected to anything up there, at least zip tie wise, but I gotta disconnect it at the helm. Woo. Oh, I'm fairly fortunate it's spacious in here, but still pain. Okay, I'm under. Woo. So I'm underneath my Teleflex helm. There is the Teleflexinator thingy-mabobber. I don't have to unbolt my steering. See how simple it is? That is just a rack and pinion though. Oh, but see, look at that. See, it's not even hooked up to the steering anymore. It's that hard to turn. It's amazing. Yeah, so I'm gonna undo these four nuts. Try that. Here's that spot in the floor where it comes up, by the way. I'm just reaching blindly, I don't know where it is. Anyway, it comes up to that hole, so I was just down right there underneath. So now it comes up, it goes over to the steering wheel. Easy enough. Boats are simple, until they're not. Don't judge me. I got one of them red tools. I think it's the best on the market for this kind of stuff. Let's see if I can just get these. Or they're just gonna spin. Alright, I gotta get a wrench on the back side of them, but it's 7/16. Right here. Boom, 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 boom. These four, and there's a bolt head on the other side. I gotta get a 7/16 wrench on. So it doesn't just spin, so hang on. Okay, incredible. Alright, I unbolted it, and literally look, it is just a rack, and then you can't see, so look, that piece right there, bolted to the bottom of the steering wheel. Check this out, ready? Freak, yeah. Now it's not gonna be that easy once I get the new one on, but I mean, that tells you a whole lot right there. We've been fighting some demons with this thing. So it looks like it's gonna pull out, it's gonna pull out this way. I'm not gonna go backwards because this thing is all one big unit. So I'm gonna pull from the helm forward, and I may have to push from the back. So I gotta move this trim pump assembly. Remember, I put a whole new base for it last year, which is freaking awesome because my old one was rusted out. But I gotta pull the fasteners out that are holding it down because this guy won't slide out. Or I can't get it to bend enough to slide out to get past here. So I'm just gonna move it out of the way so I get more room for this to travel. So I can get the whole length of that out of the ram in here. There's that. Got it slid out of there. See, now it's just empty. Moved that out of the way. So that's all good. I'll reseal that with some 4,000 or something like that, 4,200 when I seal it back up. But now I got a loose cable. I can push and pull this bad boy all the way through up the boat. It has slid out pretty easily. I got it all coiled here at my feet, but now I'm at the last full measure. It's stuck. See, you can see that better than me. It's stuck on that ledge, and then this really thick and stiff wire bundle. I'm gonna take off that zip tie right there with my screw gun, hopefully release this wire bundle from the wall and allow that guy to slip right by and then up and out. At least that's the thought. That really loosened things up. I need 2 hands, but having that off the wall makes that move a lot more, see? Oh yeah, that's gonna be the ticket. So now I can pull all those off, hopefully slide it right by. Hey guys, go back and watch some of those previous videos on this boat. See how far it's come. You know, there's still a lot that can be done to clean this up and improve it. I've been saying all along, a real professional paint job would really go a long way to top off this boat. Outside of that, I think she's perfectly ready for the next owner, and you know, I really appreciate you guys following along and all of the interest in this project. You guys are awesome. Thanks again. Have a great day. Ooh, I did it. Okay, it's out of the boat. There it is. I'm gonna see how long this thing is. You know, I was gonna guess and buy one before pulling the old one out, but that would have been a mistake. This looks like a 20 or 30 foot cable. She's a long girl. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, yeah. 30 feet. Yeah, Teleflex. Whatever that says. It's nice, you got a part number and everything. Manufactured in the United States. There's just that rack, and all that steering wheel is moving the gear, pushing that this way or that way, and then it transmits that all the way down to the rod end here, push it in and out. So I'm gonna see if I can't like physically push it with my hands, but probably not. Well, that's all I had planned for this today. The whole sides need a bath, but now that's out, I'm gonna fire up the engines and see if I can actually move the power steering just by using my hands, just to confirm that the Teleflex steering cable was the stiff steering issue. While I'm at the helm, I am currently cleaning up some wiring. So, you know, all the wiring, I've gone through it. It's all fine. It is circa 1992. But, you know, there's a few things that could be cleaned up. I got some stray wires from the VHF that's been pulled out. That goes there. I'm not gonna replace that. I'm actually probably just gonna leave it as is and get a handheld. But then back here, so you see all these little guys? Those are just standard breakers, pop breakers, 30 amp, 20 amp. They go in all those holes up there that you see. Well, all their channels have rotted out and cracked. So they've popped loose, and I've been too lazy to remount them. So they need to be replaced. Just haven't done it. You'll see some of them are still sitting there. But since I got this open, I'm gonna come through here, clean up some of the wiring, clean up any loose ends that have been giving me trouble. That way when I'm cruising, I don't have any issues. See if I can't give a little input here. You see, I call this part weight reduction. Now, I could be wrong, but the chart plotter control box from 1990 may not really be that relevant anymore, especially with the Simrad that I ran last year, which I'm actually going to remove from that spot up there and mount it right here. Be a lot cleaner. What do you think? Anyway, get rid of that. That's the signal wire for it. Bunch of other BS wires tucked back in here. They're gonna go with it. Clean this area up quite a bit, because it has been something that I've neglected for far too long. I mean, look at this. This is gross. So pull that out. Get rid of it. Get rid of my old Airmar transducer cable. Don't need that anymore. I got the new one in there. See? This is what I'm doing. While you guys aren't buying the boat, I'm just still fixing it up. Might as well, because if it's still around, I still want it to be a good boat for me. By the way, I tried pushing the ram back there to get the drives to move. I just don't have enough leverage to do it, so that is gonna wait for the new steering cable till I try that, and I really hope it's buttered. I'd say that's pretty good. That is a lot of useless cable that has been in the boat for quite some time, but I pulled it all out, cleaned up this area quite a bit. Now I need to get the vacuum cleaner out, check a bunch of these connections, get rid of that guy, get rid of any loose old wires that are cut or snipped, you know, they look a little sketchy. That'd probably be good. Well, that's all I got for this one. Boat's still for sale, $55,000. Quarter life crisis, 1992 Sea Ray 380 Sunsport. It's listed on Yacht World, Boat Trader, Facebook. Reach out, let me know if you're interested. Again, it's mid-December right now. Ready to get her done. I can go on sea trials, 55 cash. That's what'll do it. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.